Good morning. This is Tuesday. I did a video. Uh, Actually, it was 1:30 in the morning on Tuesday, so a few hours ago. And it turned into like a 2.5 hour video. And a lot of it you could not see. So I'm going to redo it. And it's not going to be a 2.5 hour video. I'll just show you what I did. It was a small Temu haul. And what I picked up at the Dollar Tree yesterday, and then experimenting around with a few things. So we're just going to go over this again. But before I get started, I want to say hello for all of y'all that are new here. My name is Beth, and I am so glad that you came by. For my subscribers, or for those that have been here many times before, thank you so much for coming back. All this has been opened already, and yes, I'm sniffling, and it's not because I need to blow my nose. It's the season. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay. I haven't been up long. I got my coffee here. I've taken one sip. So I don't know if this is the best time to be doing this or not, but we're going to do it anyway. I got a couple of molds off of Temu. I got this one right here. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but I can still use it. The little coral. And as you can see, I got stuff over on it. But it's really detailed. Really, really detailed. So, that's the first thing. I'm going to have to get the rest of them out of this bag because I put them in the bag. And it was just a couple of things that I got off of Temu. I hadn't placed an order with Temu in over a month. And this was what I was waiting on from them. And it took a month to get it from them. But I did break down and order quite a large order a couple of days ago. I do have, I think, 6 or 7 molds coming from AliExpress. And they're supposed to be here in about a week and a half. I ordered those 2 weeks ago. Button mold. I paid 89 cents for this, so it was not a big deal. But they're deep enough to form a real button. And y'all do know, right, that you can make buttons out of resin and actually use them in clothing. Or crafts, or, you know. But you could custom the colors to just about anything that you wanted. So that's really cool right there. And then I got a stamp. It's the bee with the flower. And I thought that was quite pretty. And that's the textured size right there. I don't know if you can really tell it if I pull it off because it's got all the black on there. But you see how textured that is? A lot of detail in that stamp. And I'm planning on trying to make a silicone mold out of that. A silicone inlay for coasters. That was my main purpose of getting that. Oh, I'm sorry. I shook the stand and the whole phone just went haywire. This, I'm not sure what it is. I looked it up and it's no longer available. I'm going to say it's the tall cacti because I have that wonderful set that Elizabeth sent me from Amazon, and I absolutely love it. And this is small enough to go with it that way, but I wanted one of the real tall ones, and I think that's what that is. But I couldn't look it up because it's no longer available on Temu. And then, what else did I get from Temu? Oh, I found one of these, and it works. I used it last night. It's to clean out makeup brushes. And a lot of people find them at the Dollar Tree. I can't find them at my Dollar Tree. Rose sent me one, and I absolutely love it. It's downstairs. And I thought, well, I'll buy one for upstairs. But the sponges in this one is different. I like the one from the Dollar Tree better, actually. This is just like a regular sponge. So technically, if you have, you know, if you can find these at the Dollar Tree, and they do have them, you could just get a little sponge and cut it to fit and go right in there and have the same thing. Because that's all that is. It's just a regular sponge. The one Rose sent me that you buy at the Dollar Tree is not like the regular sponge. It's a different texture and it's more rough. But this does work. I used it with that little thing that normally comes with eyeshadows, the application brush. It did work. So, and this was 89 cents. And I'm going to keep this one up here. And then I bought these eyeliner pens. Now, this one is not what I was thinking. That's just a regular eyeliner, you know, pencil. And I may use that actually in my makeup. So I probably will put that in my makeup. Now that I've got it on my hands. This is white. And of course you can see the tip is all yucky now. Can you see it? Yeah. Because I used it early this morning. But it will still do white. And that will come in handy for certain things. More on the casting powder pieces, because it does not, it beads up on the silicone. I was hoping that it wouldn't, but it does. It beads up. And I bought a red one. And I got it because I thought, oh, the fine line. See, you can go thin or thicker. And I thought, oh, I got to try that and see if it works. And I tried it with UV resin. And you can use it, but not in the way that I was hoping for. So that was sort of a no-go. Now, you can use it over mica. So if you're doing something, like I flipped this over, okay? And I'll show you. Real fast. And yes, I bought this. This is one of the things I bought at the Dollar Tree. And I'll go over that more. But I'm just picking this up real quick just so I can show you. I want to pick up some of this green, and for $1.25, this goes on really smoothly. I hope that's coming through. That was just one applicator full, and of course, you know, it's not going to be level because of the way I'm doing it, but I think my phone is ringing. That may be Ashley. Okay, I can't stop it. Hi, I'm typing. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. They went to Kentucky to this new donut place. And she was calling to see what kind of donut. And yes, I'm cheating. I'm going to eat a donut today. I am. Okay, back to, that's the mica. Well, I call it mica powder because it looks just like mica powder. But it's the eye shadow from the Dollar Tree. But what I did with this, and I'm showing you this because this is what I tried. And I don't know if that's coming through the camera. Can you see the wavy? Okay. And I was hoping you could do that. And I'm going to use the blue a little bit. Oop. Now this goes on a whole lot more. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to take the end of the green, and I'm going to try to smudge that in. As you can see, it doesn't smudge real good. It sort of just dries and stays in place. Okay? Doesn't really move. And I don't like that. But with the white, it's like an eraser almost. See how it goes in and it sort of removes? I don't know if you can see this, but once you put something down other than the white and you go back over it with the white, it erases it. I mean, good or bad, but it's like an eraser. So that can come in handy for certain things. Oh, let me try this. And then this stuff, yes, I got this at the Dollar Tree too. And I'll go back over this real quick. It's like a shimmery. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like a shimmery. So let me put it. So you see what I did there? I hope it's picking it up. And in just a minute, I'll do something with that. But, so I got these eyeliners off of Temu to play around with and see what I could do with the UV resin and the casting powders, which I've not tried on the casting powders yet. I'm not going to like this one. I like the liquid ones, and I've ordered a black one. I know I have. It just hasn't gotten here yet. I don't like the regular because it's just it's too heavy. It's almost like a waxy crayon. But I do like the ones with this kind of tip on it. Oh wow, that looks like a blue now. Look at there. So that's why I bought them at Temu, to experiment around and see. I didn't have any of my own liquid eyeliner, or I would have just tried my own. That's the kind of eyeliner I have. I don't have the liquid. And I didn't realize this blue was like this, or I would not have bought it. Okay. And that's what I got off of Temu. I think that is everything that I got off of Temu. Let me make sure. I hate having to redo a video like this, because I then put all my stuff up and then I'm not sure if I've showed you everything. I got 8 items off of Temu. I only paid $6.52, y'all. Okay, it was the button mold. It was the cacti mold. It was the bee stamp. It was the 3 eyeliners. Yeah, I showed you everything. The coral, and then the brush cleaner. So I did show you everything off of Temu. And yeah, I paid a total of $6.74. That's how much those items cost me on Temu. Now I do have an order coming from Temu. It's 24 items. This is not my big one. I ordered some gypsum cement coloring. I want to see how that is off of Temu. I paid 98 cents a piece for them, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors, I think. Yeah, 4 different colors. And I'm hoping that they're good. But I do like the what I've been doing with the mica, the glue, and the alcohol. Then I got some molds, and then I got some more of the silicone split cups. I got one with 2 and one with 4. I've already got a 3, and I'm going to be doing more dirty pours with resin and the casting powders. And then I got this really, really pretty shell. I'm excited about getting that. I'll show you a picture. That's what it looks like. That's what's coming. I really loved the ruffle free edge there. So that's coming. I've ordered bukus of molds. Not on this order. I ordered this. Oh, I saw this. And this should be coming in soon because I ordered it a couple of weeks ago. And when I saw this, I thought, oh my word, that's just crying for casting powder. And that just looks like a pottery piece to me. And I have plans on doing a little cacti garden in that. And I'm gonna do like a little water feature thing. It's not gonna be a real water feature, but it's gonna look like and with a little cacti garden in there. As soon as I saw that, I knew that I had to get that. So I'm excited for that mold because it's not a full circle. It's like it's thinner over on this side and it gets wider over here. I just thought it was cool. So that's coming too. I don't think I've ever just showed you what I've got coming. And I'm not going to with everything, but I will show. I thought this was cool. Now, I don't know how big. Okay, that shows you how big that is. But look at that. For a hairdresser, if it's small, I'm hoping these are small enough to do earrings with. I think. And even for a crafter. I just thought that was cool. So yeah, that's coming. And I got a lot more. I got this thing, and I was so excited about this. I did not look at the size, y'all. I did not look at the size. And I paid $8 for this thing. It's a little bitty 3-inch. 3-inch. It's for aromatherapy. But it's still really cool. I love the look of it. So that's coming too. And then I got this. And this is sort of cool. I don't mind doing this because maybe it'll give you the same ideas and you can get them too. This right here. Now, I got the big one. And I'm going to try not to pour the center that full. If it does, then I'm going to pour a little piece to put over the top for a tea light to set in there, or maybe just a little tiny bowl, and I've got those. I've got a little mold that I could do that with and set it on top and actually attach it. I wanted to, yeah, I'm really into cacti right now, and flowers and stuff, and I thought, oh, this would be so cool to put little cacti on the edges and over it with a little tea light candle. Of course, they've got flowers and stuff in that right now. I would probably do this in casting powder, not resin. But we'll see. It might be resin too, but it definitely wouldn't be translucent. Maybe do sand. That would be cool. Fill it with sand and rock, and then put the cacti on there. That would be really cool. And actually, you know, do the sand or the rock or even shell inside. Let's see. Yeah, inside there. That would be a lot of fun too. So if you see this mold and that's something that you think you would enjoy trying, then that's still available, and it's $3.48 on Temu. Oh my, I did not see that. Oh, I want that mold. You see that angel mold? Can you see it? These remind me of the IOD molds, which are expensive. They're like $20-something a piece. This is $10.79 on Temu right now. Yeah, I'm adding that to my cart, y'all. I'm shopping while I'm doing video. Okay, this is wild. Okay. There's the Jimson colors that I've ordered. And there's the candle. Oh, I ordered this. And I ordered the one without the hole because I could always create a hole. I ordered the solid one. I ordered this. Oh, it's sold out. Oh, well, I'm glad I ordered it then. That right there for my air dry clay. I'm going to do some picture frames. And I'm going to make my own picture frames. And so I got that for my air dry clay. And it's sold out. And then I got a big bowl. And this is, yeah, this is 8 inches. And that could be used for both resin and casting. Yeah, I'm not going to have to do a Temu haul because I'm showing you what I got. I hadn't even got it yet. And I got this. That's $1.79. And those are good size. Yeah, 2.08 inches. So that's about, can you see my fingers? That's about like that. That's a good size flower. Okay. So we're going to get on with the video. I don't want it to be so long. Okay. These the Dollar Tree had. And it's the LA Color Shimmering Loose Mica Powders. And this is called Grape Jelly. This is called Snow White. And I'll show you some things that I did with it in a minute. But it comes like that. Now, the brush doesn't work really good on that. You see, it doesn't really do much. But you can just tap it. I don't want to get a whole lot out. And then use the applicator brush and spread it around that way. And I didn't get much out. Oh, and there's green mixed in with it. And it's a very slight purple color. But I'll show you where I used it in UV resin. So it's darker than what you think it would be. And the same thing with this. I love this color. And it's got the little brush too. but for $1.25, I was real happy with these. And then these right here, that's like a brownish gold. That's a real light gold, but I'll show you what I made with that color. That's a green. That's a sagey sort of olive green, I guess. And that's a darker green. And then this is sort of like a pinkish beige. And for $1.25, they work well. They do work well. And with it, I tried those. And I'm going to show you now what I did that you missed. That is the white, Snow White. That's this in UV resin. You see the shimmer? This right here is that with just a little bit. I mixed a little bit of the lightwish pink already colored UV resin. And I got that. And these are just little nail art pieces. Now, I want to share something with you. Because you notice that there's like little divisions. Except in this one right here. Well, I tried the UV resin with the glue. I got some Jot glue at the Dollar Tree. And I've seen Daniel Cooper's, video where he uses the UV resin, he puts it in water and he makes these shapes and I thought, well, I wonder if I could get it to dome a little bit better by putting the glue in with the UV resin, because I love Lightwish UV resin, but it's a very low viscosity resin and it doesn't dome very well. So I thought, well, let me try. Let me try to dome it, and it worked. Okay, it definitely worked. It allowed me to put those round edges on here that would have been flat. But because it's goopy, and oh my, just a dot. I mean, it was just a dot, and you formed. But it gooped, and I thought I got it all, but I did not get this part right here. I'll tell you what, it doesn't only make it thicker, it makes it hard as a rock. You cannot budge it when it's cured. Now, normally, when I have an edge like that, I can go in, and you can deburr it, or you can take, even with epoxy resin, you can get it off. I took this, and I had it down, and I'll show you. I had it down like this. I was doing like this, almost to the point of breaking this. I was trying to slice it. I was trying to, I mean, I did this forever. I was doing this to the point where I thought I was going to cut myself. It won't budge. It does not budge. So it gives it added strength, which I did not know. I did not have a clue. So my next experiment, if you see it on somebody else's channel before I get it done, they heard it from mine. No. My next experiment is taking the UV resin with just a touch of, I'm going to get a piece of paper. Normally I wouldn't do it because normally, it's like, but as tough as this is, if it does to a paper to make it rock hard on paper, oh buddy, that opens up a whole new ballpark. If you can get UV resin to become rock hard, because UV resin does not, a thin layer of UV resin does not become hard, rock, I can't even talk, rock hard on something as thin as a piece of paper. It will still snap. So we're going to play around with that. That's coming pretty soon. But that was the color. That's why I'm showing you this. That is the Snow White in UV resin, and it's lovely. And also, by applying the UV resin, I filled the mold up with it too, but applying the UV resin, it allowed you to control where the UV resin went. I was able to put the white in exactly the spot that I wanted. As you can see, it did not go any further than what I wanted it to go. And there's stuff all over it. This is glitter that's on it now. You see that piece? I mean, it's stuck in there. I can't get it out. They just won't come out. So that was a benefit too. And I'll show you also on this one. It allowed me to put the white in the moon area. And I did it, and then I put it up underneath the UV lamp, and then I put this in it. That is a little bit of the Light Wish Black, already pre-colored black UV resin with the blue glitter that I mixed up on here. That's what that is. And then this right here, the color, that is from the eyeshadow powder. That's where that color came from. Now it's darker, or maybe it was that color. But I thought it was that color. I'm almost positive it was that color. That's where, yeah, because see, there's a big chunk of it out of there. Yeah, it was this color. So, you know, it just gives you an idea of other things that you can use. And also, I bought this. And I thought, you know, this is the correction cover fluid that you use for when you make a mistake with typewriters, which you don't even use anymore. But, you know, I guess, you know, if you're writing your ink or whatever. And it has a little brush. Well, I put it in a pipette. I know they're pipettes, but I call it pipette. And I put it in this little earring mold. And I did clear first. I'm sorry, let me get it on the focus. That's the correction fluid. And I did clear first, and I liked the clear better. But then, and I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but then I wanted to try this in something. So I put that on the back. So it's pretty close to the true color. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to try this with, don't mix this with alcohol ink. That was a flop. You missed it, but that was quite funny. Okay. So these are the things I got from the Dollar Tree so far. And all of them worked in UV resin. And then, of course, I got the Jot clear glue. And that worked in the UV resin to make it thick. I have to drink my coffee, y'all. Okay. Another thing I got, I put them all in here. Okay, another thing I got, and this is just basic stuff. With the casting powder, I keep having to with the mixed mold, I keep having to pour it in the measuring cup that I bought for it, and then dumping it out and pouring the water and dumping that out. So what I'm going to do, and I will give it to you when I get done, I will write it all down and show you on, and in the Facebook group, I will leave a file where you can actually print it out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it up to the extra small, and then I'm going to pour it and see what the measuring is in the measuring cups, and I'm going to write it down. The same thing with the small, the medium, the large, and the extra large on the powder side, and I'm going to write it down so I know how much it is in regular measuring cups. And the same thing with the water. I'm going to do it with the teaspoons, and I'm going to write all that down. So instead of having to have their measuring cup, and I bought one, and I wanted to buy two, and I probably would have never even thought about that if I had been able to buy two. But because I couldn't, and because it was making another step for me, I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. It just makes more sense. So for $2.50, which is half the cost of, well, actually it's half the cost if it's on sale. But it's $9.99 full price. So for $2.50, you can figure out the measurements, but you have to have it in order to do that. And thankfully, I've got one, so you won't have to buy it, and you can have it once I do that. And I will be doing that today, so you know. And that was the main reason why I bought the measuring spoons. I've got bukus of them up here, but I use them up here. And so this is going to go downstairs for my craft. Now, I have a lot of silicone inlays I'm fixing to do. I have bukus and bukus of ideas for silicone inlays. And I'm going to start getting to those. Well, these are microwavable plates. They're plastic. But you get two for $1.25. I'm going to first try to make a freeform resin tray. And I know this is, you can't even see this, can you? It's too close. And I can't change the setting on this silly phone. But that's what they are right there. And I'm not sure, but I'm going to say they're probably 10 to 11 inches round in diameter. And then I'm also going to see if I can't make some inlays with the silicone rubber in this. That would be real convenient and real easy if that worked. And that's the reason why I bought those. I also bought 3 of these for downstairs for mixing my casting powders. I also bought rubber bands. I did not own a rubber band. I did not have a rubber band in my house. And sometimes when you want to hold stuff together, if you want to round out a floppy mold, you need a rubber band. And so they had the assorted sizes. And now I came up with an idea. This is how my brain works, y'all. It skips. It goes from one to another, from another to you know, there's no rhyme or reason in my head. Well, no, I have reason in my head. Okay, let's go on. I was thinking, well, I'm going to stick this in somewhere in a jar downstairs, and I'll forget where they are because I can't see them. Well, you know that I bought those, that little mold that has 6 little round molds to it from the Salvation Army. I'm going to pour 6 of those in clear resin, just clear resin. So with stuff like this and like push pins or stuff that I use all the time that I want to see, I'm actually going to pour those in clear resin to use where I can see what's inside of them. And then I'm going to attach where I can hang them on my pegboard where I do all my pouring. And they'll be right there. And so, because I bought rubber bands, I came up with that idea. And then I bought more paper cups. That's the paper cups that you see me using on my videos. These are the 3 ounces, and you get 36 in for $1.25. I also bought more of these. You also see me using these. And sometimes I will cut them. You get 10 in a packet. I bought 2 packets. They're really strong, durable cups. And so I bought more of those. And I also bought, well, of course, baby wipes. And this is a baby wipe that I buy from the Dollar Tree. That's the ones that I get. And then I bought 1 roll of their paper towels. And it's that brand, if you can see. It's just a cheap, generic paper towel. And I paid $1.25. Paper towels are expensive now, wherever you go. But I get we use the Viva up here. And I didn't want to have to keep using the Viva downstairs. So I bought those to see if I could use the cheaper ones just as good downstairs to save me a little bit of money. And then I found these. And this was by pure accident. This was the only one. It was sitting in the wrong spot. And of course I love butterflies. And I thought, okay, this is pretty. It's shimmery, it's metallic. It could go on either in resin or on the casting powder pieces. But then I did this. I wanted to see what the back looked like. Well, the back is silver. It's a silver shimmery metallic. And the gold at the front is a light gold. And I thought, oh, that's like double-sided. How cool is that? I would have bought more, but that was the only one that I could find. And yes, it was because of the back that I decided to buy that. And then I found these, Harry Potter. Now, you know, Harry Potter's old. A lot of people still love Harry Potter, though. My son-in-law was one of them. And on one sheet, and I know I cannot raise this camera up, y'all. I'm not on the right camera, and I can't raise it up anymore. But on one sheet, you get enough of these to make 4 coasters. And then I thought I'd make a platter to go with the 4 coasters and put the Hogwarts alumni on there with this and that. And so I could get a whole set with a tray and coasters out of 1 sticker sheet. So I just thought that was cool. And so I got that. And there was plenty of these, but I had enough on one to do 1 set. So I didn't buy any more. And I think that's it. I think that's all that I purchased. I've got a bunch coming in. And I'm looking forward. I got something all over that, and it's getting all over my hands. It's probably UV resin. I was going to show you. I use these too. The alcohol wipes. I get these online. And 1 wipe seems to do the trick. And it keeps me from having, see, I rub my hands off. But it seems to keep me from having to spray alcohol all the time, which I was doing. And then I also take the same one I just wiped my hands off of, and I use it to wipe off any area that I might have UV resin on. And it does really well. See how easy it takes that off? I'm not going to take this off yet, because I wanted to show you something. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. I'm hoping that the UV resin will pick that up. And that's what we're going to hope. That's what we're going to go for. But that was everything that I got from my hauls. And so now we're going to play for just a minute, not very long. to get the stuff out of here. I had to put my stuff up here or Zion will, I have these molds. Something I wanted to tell you too. Now, I've had these for quite some time. I showed you, I think, the haul video. Now see, I put, now this is already got, because I didn't want to throw it away, it's already got the same color that I used with the cat. I had some left over, so I put it in there. That's an eagle, and that's the fairy, but it was stars. And I thought, oh, that would be good for a different color with the eagle wings. But these are backwards. Now, this is the way that it should be. But, you know, the back does not look right. The moon is not where it's supposed to be. You know, this is not the way you normally pour. You normally pour from this to where that's the back. But the moon's not supposed to be that way, is it? Am I thinking about it wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. Now, if it was a pair of earrings, you'd have one going that way, and you'd have one going that way. You know, with a pair of earrings, that's the way it would go. You'd have one that way and one that way. Of course, that makes sense. And you would pour it accordingly, knowing that this is the front. But normally when you pour a mold, you're pouring it from the bottom part of this is the front, and then this is going to be the back. Well, that's not the way this mold, and there are several molds that I found with Temu that were like that. They're backwards. And maybe that's why we're getting them so cheap. See, here's another one. No, okay, you see, that one's right. You see the difference? That one's going that way. That's the way it's supposed to be. So when you flip it over, that's what you got. That's the way the mold is supposed to be. That is backwards. It's backwards. And I've gotten quite a few of these molds, you know, these small cheap molds that are backwards. And I'm telling you, I really think a lot of stuff we're getting off of Temu are seconds. It's where there's something wrong with them, or, you know, they've been sent back, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's the case with everything, but I think there's a lot of that out there. Okay. And I have very little UV resin left, which I cannot believe. I mean, they sent me 2 bottles of it, and I went through that, and I ordered more. I ordered 2 more bottles, and I've gone through almost those 2 whole bottles too. I've got a whole bunch of Let's Resin UV resin left. I guess I may have to go back to using that, which I hate, because the Light Wish, I don't worry about bubbles. I don't even think about bubbles with UV resin anymore. I don't. And I don't have issues with bubbles. Okay, we're going to try this. I was wanting to try it on a big ring, but I don't know where they are. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time looking for it either. Since I can't cut this phone off and pause it, I may just do it freeform and not even I'm looking though real quick, just in case I can find one. Real quick. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh, I did. Okay. That may not be big enough. No. Oh, wow. Okay. Now this may not stick to this mold either. This mold is not a very sticky mold. I'm going to get leaky if I do it this way. Yeah, it's going to leak if I do it this way. It's not sticking down. But let's play with it. I'm turning my UV lamp on. And I'm going to just barely try to get it over to the edges. A very thin coat. And I'm not going to move this. I'm going to just put the lamp over here on top of it, because this is not sealed good, and I know it's going to leak a little bit around the edges. I just don't want it to leak a whole lot. And I can't see real good either. I can't tell if I'm getting it up to the top good. Yeah, it's coming out, isn't it? Oh, it just went off. Okay. Oh yeah, I did not push it. Okay, we're going to leave it alone, and I'll add more to it. See, I just put a big old streak in there by doing that. I did. And we're not going to cure it that long. I just want to be able to, and I think it should be cured enough for me to do this without it leaking. I think. Nope, it's still leaking. Okay. Let's get it up underneath the lamp really fast. And it's leaking where I did not have any at. Pooh hiss. Okay. Normally I don't have any issues with leaking without using the tape. I love it. I don't like the tape. But I knew when I set it on there that if I didn't get it thin enough, and it did not leak anywhere where I got it thin enough around the edges, but where it did not get up to the edge, it did leak a little bit, which is okay. And I'm hoping it pulls it off of the silicone. I don't know if it's going to, but that would be so cool to be able to paint little designs on a piece of silicone and then have the UV resin pick it up. And I think Daniel Cooper may have done something similar to that. Now, I know that I did one way before anybody did with paper. And I put the UV resin on paper and cured it, and the paper pulled up right with it. And then he came out with something, but I don't think it was on paper after that. I think it was where he did it on silicone. And it came up. I don't remember now, but I know that he did something like that. And that was after I did the paper one. I'll go back and see if I can't find the date and the exact video that I'm talking about that I did it on. And then I'll go look up Daniel Cooper's videos and see when he did his. And what it is, because I don't think it was paper. I think he did it straight on the silicone. Some kind of silicone. Maybe it was glass. I don't remember now. But I am running it for the full 5 minutes because I just put a really thick, and I want it to be cured where the actual mica is. And if it's not cured good, and I probably should have put it on that, and I'm going to now. I'm gonna switch it over. I gotta make sure the bottom lights are on too, and yes, they are. Okay. I'm gonna drink some of my coffee, y'all. And it has gotten cold. And I'm still drinking cold coffee because I have not had coffee today. I think that's cute. That's what, a mountain lion? I do like the glitter. Oh, and see where I used a little bit of the red eyeliner to outline the star? And I love the Snow White shimmer. I like that. For $1.25, yeah. I will be going back and getting those. I wish they had more colors. That was the only 2 colors they had. There is a little bit of overpour right there. Tell you what, this is not, even the thinnest tiny pieces do not come off nearly as well. But yeah, I thought that turned out good. This is not my style, but I love the way that I know that I can control where I want the UV color. And I do love the shimmer. I hope y'all are having a good Tuesday. It's supposed to be storming here. It's not yet, though. It's rainy. Dan's working again today. He is going to be so bone tired by the time Thursday comes. He's going to be working 5 days straight in a row, 11 hours a day, y'all. That's 55 hours, and he's supposed to be part-time, semi-retired. Of course, he'll be off for the next 4 days after that, but he's going to be so bone tired. I wasn't hungry last night. I cooked Dan. I made him a sandwich with spinach tortilla wraps. And I put cheese down and spinach down and turkey down, and then sliced cherry tomatoes and more cheese and avocado. And I fried them in avocado oil. I made him 2 of those and cut them in quarters. He said they were so good, but I wasn't hungry. And so I want to say about 6:30 last night, or 7, or maybe it was 8. I don't remember. I got a little hungry, so I took a couple of cheese slices and quartered them. Made them look like nachos, you know. You roll them across one way and then the other, and you get 4 little pieces out of 1 piece of cheese. Well, I did it with 2 pieces of cheese. And then I cut up an avocado and made guacamole. And I put the cheese in the oven and cooked them. I baked them until they got crispy, and they were like cheese crisps. And it was so good. It tasted so good to me. Okay, let's see if this is cured. No, it's not. Can you see it up underneath where it leaked? Oh, that's a shame. Okay, we're gonna, yeah, and it didn't pull it off at all because it's not cured. See, what I was trying to hope for is that it picked up the picture, but that is not cured at all. I don't understand why. Why would it not cure on there? I've never had an issue with something curing even on this before. So is it the eyeshadow? Because that's odd. Yeah, I didn't pick it up at all. Just bits and pieces of it. And it's not cured. And that should be totally cured in 5 minutes. And yeah, I'm rubbing it off the back. See, it didn't leak out anywhere except for that bottom piece where I knew that I had not covered it. But I went ahead and did it anyway. But it did not cure all the way through. And I don't understand why. I don't understand that. Because I've used these silicone for every UV thing that I've done, and it always cures. Maybe it's the micas. Maybe I cannot. Maybe it has to be UV resin. Maybe maybe it will not pick up the micas. Maybe that's what it is. Because I know it definitely will pick up paper. And I know it definitely will. I don't know why I'm doing this. Because I won't use it. Let me get a pair of scissors. And cut it away first. And then I can trim it off. Where I need to trim it. Right there. Yeah, it's not hard. If it leaks a little bit in one area, it's not hard to clean up either. But I can't see using this for anything. It's got like a frosty look now. Because it didn't cure all the way. Okay, I'm going to try something here. I know if it's the micas. I'm going to wipe it on my pants dry, y'all. Don't do as I do, though, please. Don't take sharp scissors and try to pull off tops. And okay, that's the back. So we're going to do this now. It's really, see, it's really sticking to this now because there's nothing down there. I just want to see if this is going to cure with mica. I want to see if it's the mica. It's not really going on there good, though. There it goes. Well, no, just in spots. Well, that's not good. Okay. Oh wow, that almost looks like letters down there, y'all. That's sort of wild. Let's try another color. Let's try the darker. I'm trying to fill it up all the way so I can at least see if it's the mica powders that are not. Fill it up all the way. Good enough. Nope, we don't want to put that in there. Let me shake a little bit of this white shimmery on the back. And yes, I like the fact that you can shake it off the brush like that. I think that's cool. And then we're just going to wipe that all over to even everything out. I hate to waste anything, y'all. You know that about me. So we're going to do this again. And I'm not going to put a whole lot on there. I'm going to just take it to the edge. And boy, the lighting is so horrendous in here today. I need better lighting in here. I can barely see what I'm doing. And it's cloudy out today, even though we've got all these windows around us. It's cloudy, so I'm not getting the daylight. Okay, we're going to see if it's the mica doing it. Nope, I got spots I'm not getting. I can tell. Because it doesn't look even. Guess I'm going to have to stand up so I can see this. Because I most definitely cannot see it this way. Okay, that looks like I got about everything. So we're going to do this for a minute. Not the whole 5 minutes, but for probably a minute, just to get it set, and then I'm going to switch it over. And I'm cleaning, just to show you. Oh, and I broke it finally. Well, just don't be as rough as I am. Because I did this last night, and it worked just fine, and I reused it, and reused it, and reused it. And it does take it off. And let's see if it's off of there. Yeah, see, it takes it off. There's very little left on there. And this is alcohol, so it would pull off any little thing. And you're seeing my black through there. That's what it looks like. See, there's no color on there. You're seeing my black glove through there, which makes it look like there's color, and there's not. Okay. Good enough. Let's put it back over here and get the bottom and the top going. We can put this back in the eyeshadow case. See, that popped right back on there. I am going to spray some alcohol on this right here because I don't want to mess up my liner brush. And I have found if I spray it good with alcohol between each use, that I can still use it as liner too. But the key is to make sure you get all that UV resin out of there. Because I like using these with UV resin because it's got such a fine point to it. But it's an excellent liner brush too. I'm being impatient. I want to see if this is going to work. I think the back is more domed than the front now, so uh-oh, I think somebody's coming in. You hear that, right? So it's not, that's the front. I like the back better. And I do like the back better. Let's try something. Real fast. I know, I say real fast. But I'm looking for the black. I used it last night. There it is. Yeah, we're going to just put a little bit of the black. Just a little bit. And we're going to use this brush to spread it out. Really quickly. It will self-level if I give it a minute. It's real good about doing that, as you can see. Okay. We're going to stick it back in again for a couple of minutes. And this is eyeshadow that we're using. This is going to be the last thing we try. I don't want this video to be real long. The next video I do is going to be resin. I have an idea that I want to try. So I'll be going down there later today and working on that. I'm just cleaning my brush out real good. with I sprayed alcohol on an alcohol wipe. And if you get it down in there. Now don't do this with your good brushes, okay? Don't, because you don't want to ruin your good brushes. But these are the cheapos. They cost like $1.98 for a pack of, I don't know, 10 or 15 of them from Temu. But I still don't want to just throw them away, so I try to save them and use them as long as I can. And this tends to work with UV resin. Just making sure you get it all in between those brushes. So where it does this. And they tend to go back to where you could use them with paint again too if you wanted to. Yes, I'm being impatient. And where are we at? An hour again, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay. I'm going to take it out. I'm standing up now. I'm going to take it out and see if it's done enough. And it is. Okay. That's with the a thin coat of the black pre-colored UV resin. And that's what you get. And that's quite pretty. And you could put nail art or something. John and Ashley's coming in, so the dog is going to bark. Please excuse the dog barking. But that's what you get, and that's eyeshadow powder. So that's pretty cool. Alrighty, I'm going to end this video. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope you saw something that you enjoyed. Maybe you learned something small. Please, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, the like button, share, hit the notification bell, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. I want to say thank you so much for each and every one of you that keep coming to my channel. I know that I couldn't do this without you, and I just want to say how much I appreciate each and every one of you. And with that, oh, and the Facebook group. I would love to see you over at the Facebook group. The link for that is in the description below. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow with a resin project. Bye-bye.